Hey, Shalom. All praise, honor, glory to YAHAWASHI. That belongs to the Apostle of the Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to y'all. Can push this truth throughout the four winds. All right, so Brother Kalab coming back with another sit down. I just entitled it, Big Numbers Mean Nothing to YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI. Okay. People believe in big numbers, you know what I'm saying? But the Most High, YAHAWASHI, basically, his power is shown through things that look impossible. For example, nobody on this planet sees anything in our race of people. Okay? And they'll look at you like, man, the Negroes ain't shit. That's how it's looked at. So for the whole entire world to have to come to grips with, you mean to tell me these were the chosen people the whole time? That's miraculous. That will look very miraculous in your average peon's eyes or the rest of the world. Okay? And like, that's when it says in Wisdom of Solomon, but they were talking to the actual men, and even men of their family are going to be astonished at who we are. Okay? So just imagine the rest of the world when they truly see that we were those chosen people, because we basically hold to the rest of the world no value. We're good to play basketball and make Esau money, and that's why we hold no value, because all they see us good at is entertainment. Okay? We are good entertainment. If it wasn't for entertainment, what else would you see, or would the world see us to be good for, besides being laborers? Okay? So it's the same way with big numbers not meaning nothing to YAHAWASHI, because he's using the least of what he has. I mean, we're the most important, but to the world, we're the least. So he's using us in their eyes. We're nothing. So it's going to be a major thing for the whole world to see. Wow. That is a powerful, quote unquote God, that he used what we saw as nothing, or the weakest vessels on earth that had no power in their hands, and said, my name gonna be declared throughout the entire planet through these men. The end comes, and lo and behold, you're looking at future kings for eternity. The same people that you saw as nothing. Okay? This is 1 Maccabees 3:18. It says, and to whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of few. That's faith in YAHAWASHI. Judas Maccabee was putting off. Okay? And with the God of heaven, it is all one. To deliver with a great multitude, he can do it with a lot of hands or a small company. It doesn't matter. That's how his power is. Okay? It says, for the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host. So the number of people really doesn't determine the outcome when you're dealing with YAHAWASHI. It says, but strength cometh from heaven. So the Most High is basically, he's that strong arm. He's everything. He's the power in one man taking down 10,000 or 1,000. He's that power. All right? This is Matthew 7:13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, because many people see power in numbers, in big numbers. Like you look at parties, like back in the world, you'll go to a Christmas party, you know what I'm saying? And they'll hand you an envelope, and it'll have a thick, you can feel it. You can feel the thickness through the envelope. And it'll have one that's real thin. Everybody goes for the thick one because it looks like it's full of money. You'll pick that up, and it's $21 bills. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll take the other one, it'll be small, it'll be $300 in it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how our minds were trained up to think. It's power in many. You know what I'm saying? It's power in many things. Okay? It says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth into life, and few there be that find it. Because they somehow think, well, you go over here to this Apostolic Baptist church, and this preacher's on fire, and he got a big congregation, so something must be right about what he's doing. That's how they look at it. Okay? And that's leading them to destruction. This is precept 2nd Ezra 8:1. It says, and he answered me, saying, the Most High hath made this world for many, but the world to come for few. So, this shows you right here that it's going to be a small remnant, a small number that basically inherits that kingdom of heaven. Okay? This world right here, and it's crazy because Jake's losing on this side. You know what I'm saying? They would consider this winning, but they're actually losing on this side. 2nd Ezra 7 and 8, it says, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man go there at once. And this is the kingdom of heaven. That's the path to get to the kingdom of heaven. And we already seen that it's going to be few that make it there. But it's so small that only one person can go in at a time. So the broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. That's telling you right there, bro. These churches not going to make it. These people in these churches not going to make it. Okay? Because they think that it's power in big numbers. Big numbers mean nothing to YAHAWASHI. Okay? This is just something I wrote. It said, like, and check this out. The Lord is going to cleanse the earth with 144,000 men. Now, you think about that. That's a small number to 7.7 billion. That shows you that he basically uses, he can use a small number. It can be small. It doesn't have to be a great multitude. The entire planet is going to basically be cleansed with nuclear missiles, and everything is going to be set aright in a right order with enough men, by enough men that can basically take up 2 small cities. 2 small cities the Most High is going to take out and basically set righteousness in the earth with 2 small cities. Okay? And this is a warning. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Question. So the thing that's understood is, it's no way that you can put, you can't constrain YAHAWASHI's power. It can't be constrained. Okay? Period. Some people just, and that's just the way of the world. Many means it must be true. You know what I'm saying? It must be true because, man, I went to T.D. Jakes' church, yada, 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 and I saw all these celebrities and all these people following them. So it must be true. You know what I'm saying? It's First Maccabees 3:20. It says, they come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us, our wives and children, and to spoil us. All right, this is when they had the army coming up against them. They had a big number coming up against them. Okay, Judas Maccabee. They had a huge number of people in the army coming up against them. Okay? And it says, this is a precept. It says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak to you are spirit, and they are life. Now, when you look through the physical eye, that's flesh. You know what I'm saying? You see fleshly things. You see fleshly things. Like, imagine if it's an army around you and they outnumber you by the tens of thousands. You see that physically, but the scripture's telling you the flesh profiteth nothing. This is when you have a strong faith in YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI. It says the word that I'm speaking to. So you have to stand fast on the spirit of YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI, and no matter what situation, scenario, case that you're in. For example, that's what Judas Maccabee just did. It says, but we fight for our lives and our laws. That's spiritual. Okay? Now it turns spiritual. And this is a precept. It says, this is 2 Corinthians 10:4. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. So you got to look through spiritual eyes, man. You can't look through physical eyes, because if you're doing that, then you're no different from your average Joe Blow that goes to church every Sunday. You have to see these things. When you look out into the world and you're supposed to see America being bombed. You're supposed to see your oppressors at your feet. You're supposed to see righteousness. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do physically looking in this place, but when you spiritually look, you got to know this place is coming down. Okay? 22, wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. Is that physical? No. He's seeing these things spiritually, but they happen physical. Okay, but he believes spiritually. All right? As for you, be ye not afraid of them. Why? Because our power and the spirit that loves us, that's guiding us, that has us in this position to test our faith, is going to basically come through for us. You could be in a situation to where and the spirit is on you to where you're driving and something happens and you're like, bro, I know I was supposed to be hit by that damn car. But nope, what held you? What kept you? That spirit of YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI. Okay? It just kept you. Like, it could have been to where the car that looked like it was going to hit you, the angels protecting you, basically slowed it up to where you could pass by and the car went clean through. But that's the spirit. That's when you're living in that spiritual realm, if you will. You know, you live on this earth, but you think as a spiritual man. You don't think carnal. It's another precept, Hebrews 11:1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. We don't walk around all day seeing the angels, but we know they're protecting us. How do we know? Because that's faith. That is what faith is. Our hope is in YAHAWASHI. That's faith. You get thrown in a concentration camp. Guess what you're living on now? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. What are you doing? Having faith and believing in what you know to be true. Okay? The substance of things hoped for. The evidence of things not seen. How do you know YAHAWASHI is real? I know. Because the Spirit bears witness. Okay? Hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWASHI. Double honor to the Apostle Nails, great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.